Okay, I want to continue with this training, and in this section I wanted to break down a little bit about the capture. Even though I showed you the landing page and I showed you how I set it up so that somebody would opt in, I want to touch on that briefly, and then I also want to show you the rapport building strategy that I put together, because I think like I'm telling you, if you just put each one, break these down, once you build one, it's literally becomes a 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week employee that you don't have to manage. It literally lives by itself, and you can drive as little or as much traffic as you want to it. And if you just optimize it a little bit, as I'm showing you, it'll produce results. Okay, so you'll do really well with it. Okay, so let me talk to you about. I just want to show you this real quick. So we're now on. We just covered the landing, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the capture. So I got to jump from here to where we're going to capture. Okay, so what I use to capture the names in the list building platform that I use, there are a number of ones out there, but I use a company out there called Aweber. Okay, Aweber. I'll put a link around here if you're not a member of Aweber. It's very cheap. It's like 19 bucks a month or something like that. Completely worth it. I've had this system for years and years and years, and it doesn't get more expensive until you have into the thousands and thousands of people on your list. But what it allows you to do is to manage your subscribers and create your list. Because once you have people that have opted into your list, you basically own that traffic. You can now send them anything you want. And I'm going to show you some brief stuff as to what I set up along the lines of that same energy book. Okay, so that's where we're at. So we've got the landing page, and we now have gotten them opted in, and they've opted in, and they've gone to my Aweber account. Now what's nice about this is the setup really isn't that hard. They keep making this easier and easier for you to do. There are plenty of training videos on there, but it's a pretty simple process to walk through and set up an Aweber account, set up your first email list, and so on. I mean, it really isn't that hard. I know you could easily do it. What's nice that what I put together is I titled my list Energy Book, right? And then I created, because now is the time that I want to begin to build rapport. And what I did is I created what they call a legacy follow-up service. That's why you hear autoresponder. It allows me to respond to these people automatically. Now, I do two things with this autoresponder. One, I have it so it's emailed directly to the person, but two, in my lead magnet, I actually put links to the video, the pages that I'm about to show you in my lead magnet, or give access to it, so that they get double dipped in that, so I don't really miss out on it. So what I would do is, when I first set this thing up, is I'm going to go right here and show you what my first one would be. So I set my first email up, and it says, "Thanks again for getting my book." Really, in that first thing that I'm putting together, it's "Thanks again for getting my book. I really appreciate it. Here's what I believe you will learn, and then here's what I'm also going to give you." Okay, so what I do now to build and go above and beyond what I delivered with my original lead magnet is some bonus material. So in my bonus material, what I did then is I created a 4-part video training series of real short YouTube videos that I made, real short videos that I made. Some of them are hosted on YouTube, but that I now have on specific landing pages. So it's emailed out. So I'll give you an example why I chose so this email would come out one day after they opted in. So they opted in, they've gotten my PDF, and now they may or may not look at it. They might just peruse through it, okay? But what I wrote here as my first day one autoresponder that comes out would be, and let me get it so you can preview it and test it, so I'll show you what happens. So this would come to their inbox, and it'd say why I chose to market energy and why you should too. That's basically the title of it right here. You can see the title of it, video 1 of 4. So I'm letting them know that this is video 1 of 4. So I created an expectancy. Why I chose the market energy and deregulation. Hope you're enjoying the book I sent you. I've added some bonus videos along the way. Watch the video. Okay, so what I did here is now they can click here or they can click here, and it's just basically these are the same type of pages that I built on the Lead Pages platform. Okay, so let me show you this. So what this is this is now a Rich in Energy video series, video 1. And when they click on it,
hey, Mike Healy here, and I want to thank you for watching this first video. Now, this video is going to be just a quick, kind of the brief about the size that's out there.
So I basically build a rapport video along the lines with what my original lead magnet mentioned. So my Rich in Energy book, they got it, they're excited, that's the niche, and now I'm sending them some videos, because I love to communicate with video, and you should too. You should love it and embrace it. Is now I'm able to build a little bit of more rapport with them, and so on. And you can see that these up at the top, this one's live, but these say coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. So how I set this page up, let me show you how quickly you can do this. If I was to go back into my lead pages and I look at the templates, I use this proven template right here, okay? And let's say I go in and I want to use it. So I'm going to just show you how quick you can set this up. Okay, you know, and I'm gonna change this image to Mike Healy training. Let me find my logo. Done. And I'll leave this here. I'll say video 1. Energy deregu. Done. Okay. So now I want a video here. So I'm going to go over to YouTube, and let's say I already had one that was a kind of a, this was my video that I made that was kind of a,
if you're like the majority of people who have watched this video, you're probably interested in a viable way to supplement.
So I have
your
this
income.
video. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go down to share, click on embed, right click on that. Where'd I go? Oops. Copy. You can right click it. I just copied it. I go to my lead pages, click on that, paste that code in there, click done, and then if I want to leave, you know, let's say I don't want that big giant, I don't need this whole big giant box down here, so I can delete this, hide that, and I want to hide that entire thumbnail container. I want to hide the fade in, and I want to hide this, and I'm going to hide this. I don't need that arrow. So you can see you can hide and delete stuff just like that. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to save it. It's going to ask me for a name. New page. Energy. Follow up. This is just me putting a title in. Click save. I got to, you can incorporate. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. This is going to be good here. Where'd it go? Nope, don't want that. Okay, call to action. In my call to action area right here, what's cool is if I don't want this to be a link, if I don't want to have another opt-in because I don't need that, I can make it go to a URL. So I could put in my blog page. Or actually my company my energy company. And then open a new window, done. So I've now put that in here. I'll get rid of that. It's a mind map. Now I save it. So I don't have to have, each one of these pages doesn't necessarily have to be an opt-in page. You can usually pick a link option or a URL option. So if you just leave that button there, you can do that. So now I've saved it. I'm publishing it. We're going to view the page. How would you like to make money every time a business paid their energy bills? Okay, this is an example. This one wouldn't be the video I would use because I have the teaching videos. And if somebody clicked on that, that would take them to there, and you could obviously take that text out of there as well. So ultimately what I just did is I might take 5 minutes to write a short autoresponder message, nothing elaborate. I typically want to just send them through that link. I always like to keep it brief because I want people to continually open my stuff and follow along, and they don't need to be going into 5 hours of stuff. Because my original thing that I did with them was my lead magnet was specific, solution oriented, and I needed to get their attention. And the most important part here is I'm just trying to build rapport. So in these videos,
but I'm showing you, I want to show you how to tap into what I believe is the easiest way,
if they're taking their time to watch these,
significant residual income for.
Okay, so these videos are only about 4 minutes long. So if they watch the first one, the second one, now what's nice is I can check this. Let me go back here to my autoresponder. What's really cool is on all the autoresponders here, I can see the percentage of these that are opened and so on. So I'm looking at, after my full video series, I'm still at a 40% open rate. And then by what that means to me is by the time somebody comes through, close to 40% of the people that have opted in, gone through, have now watched all the way to my 5th autoresponder. So I'm building rapport through the book, the videos, the video, the video, the video, and the video. And at the end of my video is the last video is a call to action to make a decision, to go there and buy my XYZ or whatever you might set up. So you can see that the process is really, really simple. Let me go here. So when they finally get that last video, and I'll show you what that last video looks like. Looks just like the first one. Okay. So what happened here is this last video is, thanks.
Hey, Mike Healy here, and I want to thank you for watching this next video. Now, this is the video that's going to kind of bring it all together, and I'm most excited about this video because if you made it this far, I think I still have your attention enough that you're going to really, you're going to go.
So by the time I get to that last one, I know I've got the hook in them. And then I'm basically just bragging about everything that I talked to them about is now translating into my call to action of what it is. And then I say, hey, click on the video below. And if they click on the video below, it then takes them to my company website, okay, where I actually show my actual company, BidPoint, my energy company that I own, and I show the testimonies and visit our blog page and so on. So this is really my final call to action aspect of it. Okay, so let me go back to I want to go back to my PowerPoint and show you this, and let me blow this up for you real quick. So ultimately what I did is we created the lead magnet and did this, and then I showed you the autoresponder series to go here. And now by them going through a couple videos that build rapport with them, and some people, because I just don't like to write, I don't like to type or really that much either, I just don't like to write, but I could easily do a video. You could easily do a video on your phone, have your your spouse, your friends, your family, whatever, film you. You can set it up against a glass, however you do it, and you film yourself giving somebody some love, some attention, some bullet points that are exactly the target market that you're looking for, and allows you to build that rapport because people join you because they know you, like you, and trust you. And so this is just the easiest way to automate the process of putting that together. And understand that as you understand these principles of putting this stuff together, it's just boom, 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 boom. You can put one together for if you were selling vitamins, you could put one together. Free report details how your body is not getting these 11 important nutrients. Top of my head, I just threw that together. There's your lead magnet. And then they opt in, and you have this little thing together where it's the PowerPoint or it's a video of you explaining it. And then in your autoresponder series, you do, hey, one of the things that I was deficient in was iron, and here's how I felt. But now I started taking this iron supplement, and If you're interested in this thing, there's a link below to click on it to go check it out, and it sends them to your web page or whatever. You're an insurance agent. You set that same process works every single time, and it's not that hard. Okay, what I see people failing at is the confidence or the ability to take that leap forward and say, I'm going to learn something new and I'm going to take ownership of this. Because you can go buy leads all day long, but if that's like if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So what I learned how to do is I learned how to fish. I learned how to make the pole. I learned how to make the bait. And now by you doing the same thing, you pretty much can control your destiny with this stuff. And not only will it help you as you experience it, but what happened with me is people understood that I knew how to do this stuff. they began to actually hire me to do this stuff too. And you can make a lot of money doing that if you're interested, okay? Because there are people will go, oh man, you know, and you can go, well, here's what you're missing. Nobody knows about your product. Nobody knows you're out there. You put a website together, but nobody sees it. How does that work? And you put these little processes together, these little funnels, driving all that traffic there, and it's all sequential, it's all automated in your process, and you literally can turn that faucet on as high as you want or as slow as you want, depending on what you're doing. So hopefully you understood this video. I think I got maybe one more to do that I want to close with on here, but hopefully you're getting some stuff out of here. You're at least understanding this. You're willing to give it a shot. But thanks again for watching this one, and I'll see you on the other videos.